Aari McDonald's Dazzling Play vs. Aya Wilson sparks Tyrese Haliburton's online plea during Fever vs. Aces. Every time Aari McDonald has taken the court for the Indiana Fever, it's been explosive. Remember that two-game winning streak when the Fever were struggling miserably with 3 players out? Back then, she was on a hardship contract. "I'm just excited and ready to compete, and just win," she had shared after inking the deal. You might say that was her time to prove herself, right? Not exactly. Even after officially joining the Fever roster for the 2025 season, she hasn't changed a bit. And yet, she's still not satisfied. It all comes together as the Fever, coming off their first-ever Commissioner's Cup Finals win against the Minnesota Lynx, take on the two-time WNBA champions, the Aces. As usual, the Fever was dominant from the beginning, but it was Aari McDonald who stole the spotlight with a dazzling play that left even Aya Wilson chasing. Well, the Indiana guard exploded past the Aces' defensive wall, dribbled through the reigning MVP with a slick move, and finished at the rim, leaving fans and even NBA star Tyrese Haliburton in awe. Watching the move, Haliburton quickly took to social media to post what many were thinking: "I need an Aari McDonald jersey." Well, coming from an NBA standout who's still known for his finals heroics, draining a 21-foot game-winning jumper with just 0.3 seconds left, it's high praise for the 26-year-old. Especially considering that shot made his team the first since 1997 to win an NBA Finals game when trailing with under 30 seconds left, despite being down by 15 in the fourth quarter. And McDonald deserves every bit of that praise. After all, she managed to score past a 6'4" powerhouse who's not just skilled but dominant. We're talking about a player with 3 MVPs, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and a Finals MVP under her belt. Oh, and she's the youngest to ever achieve all 3 of those accolades, so yeah, it's no surprise Aya Wilson is already mentioned among the W's all-time greats, just 7 seasons into her pro career. So, scoring over someone like that? It's a big deal. But for Aari? It's just another challenge, as it looks like she's been on a mission this season, especially after being cut by the LA Sparks despite being a solid backup point guard, including a 26-game stint with them in 2024. Now, she's making that LA move look questionable as she thrives alongside Caitlin Clark and company, particularly during the team's most challenging moments. Just consider that when Aari initially joined the Fever's roster, it was on a hardship contract with stars like Cece, Sophie, and Sid sidelined in early June with injuries. So, with the roster down to just 9 players, McDonald got the call up, and she wasted no time proving her worth. And in her debut against Washington, she tallied 7 points, 5 assists, and 3 steals off the bench, enough to help the Fever snap its 3-game losing skid. Impressive, right? Yes, it is, but it wasn't without the hard work, as she shared. "That part made me anxious, just coming in, not knowing the system, not really playing with the players. But it was a lot of film. A lot of film sessions by myself, just rewatching stuff. And a lot of film with assistant coach Austin Kelly, just asking questions." And, just like that, over the 5 games she played, including 1 start, she averaged 12 points, 3.2 assists, and 1.6 steals in 26 minutes per game, while shooting an impressive 47.4% from the field. Still, because it was a hardship contract, she had to go. But not for long, as after a brief release, the Fever re-signed her on June 25th, waiving DeWanna Bonner to make room. And of course, Aari's energy and chemistry with the squad made her a must-keep. So, she rose to the occasion once again in her most recent outing, when the Indiana Fever shocked critics, including ESPN, who had predicted a Lynx win, by taking down the defending champions in the Commissioner's Cup Final, wherein Aari posted 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 blocks in 25 minutes. Now, she's making sure that momentum sticks, helping turn the perception of the Fever as true playoff contenders into reality. So it makes perfect sense why Haliburton is pleased. But let's be clear, this isn't the first time he's backed a player from the Indiana Fever roster. Why Tyrese Haliburton champions the Fever on and off the court? No doubt, Tyrese Haliburton is a vocal and heartfelt supporter of the Indiana Fever. Just take the moment right after the Fever upset Minnesota in the Commissioner's Cup Final. He couldn't hold back and tweeted, "LFG at Indiana Fever," with a trophy emoji to celebrate the first-ever championship win for his fellow Indiana Hoops athletes. And yes, it wasn't anything new. He's been spotted courtside at Fever games multiple times this season, often sitting alongside Caitlin Clark, with whom he shares a close friendship. But it doesn't stop the